So we are discussing the application of the derivative. In that we are studying the increasing and decreasing function. Clear? So we are
Show them present.
बेटा लगा दी. So see, example we are discussing about the increasing and decreasing the function. So we have to see how to find the increasing and decreasing function. And there are two types of problem. You have to show either the function is increasing or decreasing, or you have to find the interval in which the function is increasing and decreasing. Correct? So according to that, we are discussing some example. Some example based on algebraic and some are trigonometric. So we have now seen the algebraic example 11. So this problem says, you can see example say find the intervals in which the function f given by. So you have to find the interval. Find the interval in which function fx equal to, now given function what says fx equal to 4x cube minus 4x cube minus 6x square minus 72 x plus 30 is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. Means you have to find the interval in which the function is increasing or decreasing, right? So we use here first derivative test. So in solution is right. Here we use first derivative test. So already we know what is the first derivative test. You have to find the first derivative and then you have to find the points at which the derivative is 0. And then you have to divide the given interval into subinterval. Correct? So that is f dash x. So you have to find the derivative of the given function. हाँ बेटा लगा दीजिएगा. So 4x cube minus 6x square minus 72x plus 30. So derivative of 4x cube is 4 into 3, that is 12x square. Then minus derivative of 6x square, that is 6 into 2, 12. So we can say minus 12x and derivative of x is 1 plus 0. So finally we get 12x square minus 12x minus 72. So this is the derivative of the given function. We find the first derivative because we want to use the first derivative test. So now we have to try to find the factor of this. So you can take 12 as a common. So what we get, x square minus x minus 6. Now if you easily split in the middle term minus 3x and minus 2x and take common, so we can write here factor will be, directly we write because we already know in 10th or 11th class how to find the factor by splitting the middle term. So 12 into x minus 3 into x plus 2. Now we have to put this derivative equal to 0. That is x minus 3 into x plus 2 equal to 0. So from this you get there are two values of the x. X equal to minus 2 and x equal to minus 3. Clear? So these are the critical points. Clear? So we have to say here the point x equal divide real number into sub-intervals. How you can divide into sub-interval or disjoint sub-interval? You can write disjoint sub-interval. Clear? So as you know the number line, this is suppose number line 0 here, -2 and -infinity. Here 2, 3 and infinity. So what point are there? -2 and 3. We have 2 points, that is -2 and -3. So all numbers which are less than -2, then this is the interval. -infinity to then -2 to 3. All the numbers which are greater than -2 and less than 3. Clear? So we can write here this interval -2 to then all numbers real which are greater than 3. So 3 to, and we are using here the open bracket because these are disjoint intervals. This is clear? Now yesterday we have already discussed how to find in a particular interval either the function is increasing or decreasing. For that you have to find the intervals. Clear? So one by one you can check. So for x belongs to -2, right? So for this interval you have to take any point between this interval and you have to substitute here or in this f dash x. Either the sign is positive or negative. If the sign is positive, then we can say function is increasing, right? Or if it is negative, then so we are not taking a calculation that consume the much time. That's why we are directly on mentally solve. Suppose you can take here x equal to -3. Clear? आपको लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can only mentally solve problem x equal to -3. So if you take this is -3, then this is 0. So 0 is already positive, or if you confuse, you can take another like x equal to -4. So if you are taking x equal to -4, then -4 -3 that is minus, and -4 -2 that is minus. Correct? So minus and minus positive. So you can say here f dash x equal to, when you are putting either -3 or plus, then this is already positive. If you put here -4 -3, that is -7. We take only sign. Correct? आपको साइन चेक करना है. So -4 plus 2, that is -2. So overall plus into minus, that is positive. So therefore f dash x is greater than 0. So fx is steadily increasing. Right? Similarly, you have to check for the other interval. For x it belongs to -2 to 3. Suppose you take x equal to 1. You can take a number, any number which is like between this the interval. Correct? So x -2 to 3, we take x equal to 1. Again you put this x equal to 1 in the derivative where it is in factor form. So if you are substituting x equal to here 1, so positive, where in the positive 1 minus 3, that is -2. So -1 plus 2, that is, it means overall sign is negative. Correct? So we can say f dash x is greater than 0, therefore fx is steadily decreasing. When the sign of derivative is negative, we can say that the function is decreasing. right? So for third interval you can take here third interval for x equal to x belongs to the given interval 3 to infinity, right? If you are taking x belongs 3 to, now you can take x equal to 4, right? If you are taking x equal to 4 and substitute here, you can see sign only, sign of the derivative. So if you are taking here 12, that is positive, 4 minus 3, 1, that is also positive, then 4 plus 2, that is also positive. Overall this is the positive. So you can say therefore f dash x is greater than 0. So fx is strictly increasing, right? So overall what we see, the given function is there. So you can write therefore, and finally you write the answer in the interval. There are two intervals where function is increasing, like first interval and third. So in the interval minus infinity to minus 2 and 3 to infinity, fx is strictly increasing, and in the interval minus 4 to 3, fx is strictly decreasing. So this answer you have to write. So this is the common method when we are given a polynomial function or algebraic function. So in this way you can find either in which interval the given function is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. Is it clear? So write down this beta. Any doubt in this? Let's see example 12. Example 12 what says find the interval. So this is same question. Function is different. Find the intervals in which given function fx equal to sin 3x. Now we are given the trigonometric function 3x. X belongs to the closed interval 0 to pi by 2. This is clear? You have to find the interval for the function fx equal to sin 3x and x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Same is strictly increasing and decreasing. So we have only given increasing and decreasing, not strictly, because the interval is closed. If open, then we use what? This. Clear? So same process we have to find the derivative. So we have fx equal to sin 3x. Therefore, derivative of x, derivative of sin is cos, and then again we take the derivative of 3x, that is 3. Right? So f dash x कितना हो जाएगा 3 cos 3x, and we are given x belongs 0 to pi by 2. This x or theta or angle belongs to 0 to pi by 2. So therefore we put f dash x equal to 0 gives, if you put 0, then what we get? 3 cos 3x equal to 0 or cos 3x equal to 0. Now you know in trigonometry from 11th class at what angle for cos theta is 0. So that is that pi by 2 and odd multiple of pi by 2. Clear? So therefore what? 3x equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. Because x belongs 0 to pi by 2. You have to take x only belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Then 3x will be 0 to 3 pi by 2. Right? So 3x belongs 0 to 3 pi. Means you have to find a point between 0 to 3 pi by 2. If theta is 3x, because our theta is 3x, then it is pi by 2. So what we get? X equal to, transfer this side. 3x equal to pi by 2, x equal to pi by 6, or 3x equal to 3 pi by 2. So 3 cancel on both sides. So x equal to pi by 2. So we are getting 2 points in between the given interval. जो हमारा इंटरवल क्या है 0 to pi by 2. We have 2 points that are the critical point with divides. So you can say the point x equal to, therefore point x equal to pi by 6 and pi by 2. So pi by 2 greater interval is not given. Only we have, आप अगर इसको डिवाइड करोगे तो all point less than pi by 6 or greater than pi by 2, but there is no point which are greater than pi by 2. Why? Because our interval is ending point is pi by 2. आपको जो इंटरवल दे रखा है वो क्या है 0 से pi by 2. pi by 2 से आगे नहीं. That's why we are not taking this. So only point x equal to pi by 6 divide 0 to pi by 2 into sub interval कौन कौन से हो जाएंगे? x belongs 0 to pi by 6, 0 to pi by 6, and x belongs pi by 6 to pi by 2. Here it is very important. We are taking interval one side closed and one side open. Why? Because this pi by 6 is include both. ये दोनों में आ रहा है. That's why we take open interval. Correct? So all point greater than 0 and less than pi by 6. All point greater than pi by 6 and equal to pi by 2. So these are the sub intervals where you have to check either the function is increasing or decreasing. Clear? Now you can say as given function derivative cos px. So we are taking x from 0 to pi by 6. So 3x belongs 0 to 3 से मल्टीप्लाई करने की दोनों को 3 pi by 6 means pi by 2, and 3x belongs this also multiply by 3. So pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Clear? So you have to make according to, now this is our theta. So sine of this cos theta when lying in first quadrant 0 to pi by 2, it is first quadrant, and we know that in first quadrant cos is positive. So positive into 3 positive. So you can say 4 3x belongs 0 to pi by 2, right? F dash x is greater than 0. This is clear or not? For the interval 0 to pi by 2. This is in terms of 3x और x अब क्या हो जाएगा corresponding 0 to pi by 6. say the value of
Yes, sir.
cos in second and third quadrant. It is negative. Second or third quadrant में value of the cos is negative. So f dash x is less than 0. Clear? When dx belongs, so our what interval, corresponding interval is pi by 6 to pi by. So you can say therefore fx is increasing when x belongs 0 to pi by 6 and decreasing when x belongs pi by 6 to pi by 2. Is it clear? The given function is increasing when x belongs 0 to pi by 6 and decreasing when x belongs pi by 6 to pi by 2. This is clear? So the again method is same whatever we are using in the algebraic method. जो आपने algebraic method में यूज किया वही मेथड हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं. Only here we have to know about the sign of the trigonometric function according to the coordinate system. So what we have done, first of all the given function we find the derivative, then whatever we are getting the derivative that function we have to make equal to 0. इसको हमने 0 पुट कर दिया. After putting this 0 you can identify or find the value at cos theta is 0. And in 11th class we already see cos theta is 0 at the odd multiple of pi by 2, right? Odd multiple of pi by 2. We are here taking only 2 pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 because corresponding value of interval is given in between x from 0 to pi by 2. So 3x will be from 0 to 3 pi by 2. So you have to take point between these two. So for suitable x we are getting pi by 6 and pi by 2. Now according to this algebraic method we have divided the given interval in the sub intervals. So what interval? 0 to pi by 2 is x, 0 to